All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob at Smirking Gun Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about a new show that just is coming out on Sci-Fi tonight. I was just looking for it on my PlayStation Vue, and it starts at 9 tonight. But I clicked on it, and it told me I could watch it. So what else am I going to do but watch it? It's better to watch it at 4 than at 9, so here I am telling you that reviewing episode 1, the pilot episode of Deadly Class. So full spoilers if you haven't seen this episode. But before I start spoiling anything, I will tell you. So background. I didn't know anything about the source material. Still don't. I know it's an Image comic book. And I saw trailers for this a few times. I think I skipped over them a lot of times. The only thing that got my interest piqued was that the Russo brothers were executive producers. And since I trust the Russo brothers, ever since Community, before they even started in the Marvel world, they know how to work an ensemble cast. Wow. And of course, if you know their Marvel work, I'm Winter Soldier's my personal favorite of the single non-Infinity War movies. And so I was like, I am intrigued enough. And it has Benedict Wong who plays Wong from Doctor Strange and Infinity War. And so I was on board to at least watch the pilot. And so this show is about basically like Harry Potter's about magic, has a school for magic. This is a school for assassins, or trained killers. It even has classes it made me think of Harry Potter because of the classes. You know, there's a poison class, there's different defense classes, black arts, hand-to-hand combat. So all the things that you would get at like Hogwarts, just done for killers. Not without the magic is all I'm saying. And so I can get behind that, but the trailers weren't doing anything for me at all. In fact, I just see another, trying to be edgy, high school story with, a definite, strange twist. So going into it, I was just kind of, all right, maybe the Russo brothers know what they're doing. First thing to positively say about this is I love the production quality. It looks really good. I don't know anything about this cast other than that Lana Condor was Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse. The rest of the cast, I don't really know. That Henry Rollins is in this, like, briefly as a teacher. Look, Henry Rollins is a great musician, but he's never been a strong actor. But he's not bad here. He's just Henry Rollins. Erica Serra from Eureka, who played Joe Lupo. I was really happy to see that she was in this, but I don't think she has a really big part as far as the ongoing series goes. But I liked seeing her in this. But everybody else, I don't really know anything about. The main character, Marcus, Brandy, Petra, none of them. They're all really good, though. My problem with shows like this is no matter what, in a high school show, they do the high school cliches, cliques. There's the scene where we're introduced to all the cliques. Now, granted, in this, it is done, the cliques are all, bizarre. They're not like, there's just the preps and the goth kids and all this. It's broken down more like, there's the Nazis, there's the Yakuza, there's the cartel. So they do something different with it, which I did appreciate. But the other thing that I just can never get my head around and why they just keep doing it is just the whole class system. Not the intro of the class system, but just how everybody acts in high school. Or, like immediately he walks into the school and does one of the shoulder hits and looks around like, hey man, what's your problem? Like, it's been done to death, and I really wish that they would just stop. But I tried going into this just thinking, okay, just think of the source material. Think of it like a comic book. Think of it like an independent comic book, and stop taking it so seriously. So I did. I completely decided to whatever they're going to throw at me, cliche or not, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. And by doing that, I enjoyed this episode quite a bit. In fact, I'm really stoked to see where this goes. And I am going to keep watching this, and I am going to keep reviewing this, because in the end, I really did dig this episode a lot. I really dig this a lot. The acting is fine. I like the main character, and it did make me, I could relate. I was not anybody, I wasn't a part of any affiliation in the school. I wasn't a jock or a nerd or anything. I mean, I was just one of those people that just kind of floats. You know what I mean? Like, you talk to everybody. So I kind of relate to the main character kid, not really knowing his place and all that stuff. I mean, it's all just stuff, again, that's been done to death. But it's done really well here. Benedict Wong also, it kills it. I mean, right from the get-go, when he hits this girl across the face with the cane unexpectedly in the classroom, I went, okay, I'm on board. That was all it took. That was all it took. I went, okay, this show's willing to have a teacher crack a kid across the face with a cane, and then she licks the blood off. I went, okay, I'm even more on board. Another thing that I'm really digging about this was the soundtrack. I hope they don't change once this, I hope a lot of these things that I like production and everything, don't stop after the pilot. Because the soundtrack was also fantastic. Starting with some early, Depeche Mode that I forgot about. And there's some other tried and true ones, Killing Time and stuff like that. But the soundtrack killed. I loved it. And I love that it takes place in 1987. But this show is not for everybody. In fact, I'm pretty sure that there will be a part of the audience that decides they're not going to watch it just from one line of dialogue. And that's, kids doing violence. This show's kind of taking some chances, because teenage kids, high school, whatever, this is an assassin class. It also makes me think of Persona for some reason. But people don't want to think about their kids being killers in high school. That's already a strike against it for mainstream audiences. But then there's a line that the main character says on the roof, and there's background to why he feels this way. In a really cool animated section that looks like the source material, where you see the main kid, his dad tells him, there is no dress rehearsal in life. You need to try to figure out how to be happy. And for the second time in the episode, they talk about how Reagan, let loose a bunch of people with mental problems out of, places shut down, and they had to set free a bunch of people with mental issues, with definite problems. And one of those people commits suicide, and by jumping off of this tower and landing on his parents, killing them. And so he blames Ronald Reagan for that. And this line that he says that I think will turn some people off is that he's going to kill Ronald Reagan. And so I just feel like there's going to be this part of the people that watch this not knowing much about this like I did, that are going to go, oh, kids talking about killing presidents. Nope. It's already bad enough they're talking about killing people anyway. So, if you're that kind of person, I can see why you wouldn't want to watch this, but I'm not going to... I think I'm fine with it, is what I'm saying. I can see why some people, though, might get their panties in a twist over kids saying and talking, things like that. I try to just put it in perspective that it's just a work of fiction. And we see a lot and hear a lot worse out of practically the real president's mouth every single day. I did also like in the beginning where they used Ronald Reagan, where he takes... so there's going to be some spoilers from here on out. He takes a hit off this joint that's laced with angel dust, and he's like Ronald Reagan talking to him on the TV, and then he comes out of the TV and starts chasing him down the streets. I also I wish that in one of these movies or TV shows or whatever, when the hero is being chased and somebody stops and says, come with me, that they would just do it. They always almost get caught by the cops or caught by the cops because they didn't just go with it. I mean, if I'm on the run and the cops are after me and I'm high on angel dust and somebody gives me an out, I am getting on that motorcycle and getting the hell out of there. It's just kind of like when in the Matrix, when Neo ends up getting arrested because he just can't do something. I know he was like way the fuck up on a building and he thought it was all real, but I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just go with it sometimes. They always keep going with this whole I'm afraid kind of situation. I'm a little tired of that cliche too. But I do like how everybody's working each other in this. And not everybody is what they seem. You've got Willie, I believe his name is, the guy who's like talking like punk bitches and all that stuff. He's putting on his hard act. But when it comes down to killing somebody, you find out he's really a pacifist. And, that's a nice twist because this guy was coming off pretty hard because he tells about how his mom is this old G gangster. And so he's just trying to make her proud and all that stuff. But he's really not down for any of this killing. And how, the girl, what's her name, that played by Lana Condor. Damn it, I gotta find it real quick. Pardon me. It is not happening here. Oh, Saya Kuroki, the Yakuza girl, who, as soon as she kissed him in the beginning, I was like, yeah, that's all part of the plan, just to get him to come with. And that's what she confesses, and you can see it by the end of this that she's still got plans for him. I also liked that Maria Salazar's character, the girl with the Day of the Dead makeup on, and who's working him by putting makeup on, pretending that she's beaten up and that her boyfriend is doing all of it. But really, she's just setting him up. I enjoy all that. So in the future, I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And I think that that's pretty cool, at least for now. I don't know, like, what the longevity of a show like this is. Like, what the future episodes are going to look like. Is it just going to be classroom stuff? Or are we going to start, is that just season one stuff? But again, I'm not familiar with the comic book, but I really want to start pick up some of the trades for this as soon as I can. I might actually order one before I go to bed tonight, just so I can catch up on some of this right away. If anybody that watches this is familiar with the comic book, please no comic spoilers that might change, like say what's going to happen. But if you do like the comic and you think I should read it, please let me know in the comment section, because I do think I might dig this book. I'm trying to think of anything else. I do like that Marcus is the one who does kill. He kills that guy, what is his name, Ray or something like that, the guy who like kills other homeless people. I think that it's, the guy isn't a killer. He, everybody thinks he is. He burned down this like school and everybody thinks that he killed all the people in there, but he didn't. But then when push came to shove and they needed this guy to disappear, to die, that he did it. I don't think murder is right, per se. But as far as the sake of the story goes, and these guys are killers and we're going to see murders, he definitely picked the right guy. I'm trying to think of anything else before I get off this. The poison scene where he poisons the Russian guy, that was pretty funny. I also like that karma came, like it comes back to him. Like, yeah, you got away with the poisoning this guy, but you're going to have to clean it up. I do like the kids that were on the roof with him. There's a whole bunch of people. In fact, I don't think that there's anybody in here I don't like. Even the a-hole Chico, I don't like the character, but I think the actor's doing good at making me want to kill him, like wishing he was dead. So I don't really see a weak link in this cast yet. But again, it's only the pilot, and I didn't even expect to be making this video today, but I really do dig this. I was really, really surprised and really happy by the end of it. Like, I was hoping I could watch another episode right away, if that gives you any indication of where I'm leaning towards. So, in fact, it's got me so excited that I'm going to keep continuing my PlayStation Vue subscription just so that I can get sci-fi and watch it every week. So, unless it starts getting bad, but I have faith in this. I do. And I'm trying to be optimistic here because this isn't usually my kind of cup of tea, but it's definitely better than any of the weird shit on CW. So, anyway, that's about it. I hope I didn't spoil things too badly. I hope it makes you want to see it. And thanks for watching this video. If you did watch this and you liked it, please hit the like button. Comment if you want to let me know what you think about the source material or what you thought about this episode. Share if you want other people that like this comic book and are excited about the series and you want somebody else to hear what I have to say, share it. And subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers. It'd be awesome if I could get some subscribers up to 500 just for watching this series. So anyway, that's it. This is Robert Smirking Gun Review saying have a great night. We will see you on another video. And yeah, bye.